Hey guys, it's Morton's Castle. Today I wanted to talk really quickly about the banner leak that's recently taken the internet by storm. It's kind of a big deal as it seems to have a lot of inherent credibility, and it could possibly have like the last fighters for the game on it. I'm personally 50-50 on the leak. Initially, I was like 0% on it, like I initially doubted it 100%, because most leaks are fake, obviously. And I thought it had way too many characters on it, like it had seven. I thought we were only getting like two or three, maybe four, maybe five, but seven is just crazy. And then also had characters like Chorus Kids and Isaac on it, which are probably pretty likely, but at this point, I just kind of personally doubted them and thought that they were going to be overshadowed by other characters like Ken and Incineroar, which leads us to Vergibin, um, whose leak of Incineroar doesn't really match up with this banner leak. So things aren't stacking up. Things are kind of questionable. And I wasn't like 100% on Vergibin either. I was like also 50-50 on him. But when two 50-50 things conflict, it's kind of becomes even more confusing if I was just 100% on one of them, if that makes sense. But anyway, Banjo Kazooie is on the banner leak, and that's really hype. Banjo Kazooie is one of my all-time favorite games. I think it's probably the best 3D platformer out there, and it's like filled with charm. It's super fun. I remember playing it when I was really, really, really little. Um, I think I was like scared of Gruntilda back then, but now she's like really funny with all those rhymes and everything. Banjo Tooie is also a classic. I kind of like the first one more, but both are really amazing. And I understand why some people think the second one is better because, in a lot of ways, it kind of is. But I just played the first one first, so nostalgia. Anyway, Banjo and Kazooie are great characters and have been long deserving to join the Smash Bros. Roster. And it's kind of a shame that Nintendo didn't buy Rareware before Microsoft did back in the day. But we can't change the past. But the future is among us, and Banjo might be coming back into the spotlight. I don't have a lot of moveset speculation, and Banjo has a lot of moveset potential. So I don't really need to speculate. Like, there's just tons of stuff you could do. Like, Kazooie could do all sorts of pecking and shooting of eggs, like different kind of eggs, do different things maybe. And then Banjo could easily have an upbeat where he just flies up with her. And I think that's very exciting to think about all the movesets. And I don't even know what his final smash is going to be. That would be sweet. This is just assuming that the banner leak is real, but it could be. Like, before I was just completely doubting Banjo. Like I've wanted him, but he just seemed far off. And the banner like almost seems too good to be true. But I want to talk about it anyway because it's kind of hype to think about. Anyway, Banjo being in makes me think about Rareware a lot. Like I said, like now that K. Rool's back, he's a rare character. Banjo's coming back, he's a rare character. And now I'm thinking about Dixie Kong, and she might be left behind if this leak is real. And it might not be bad as initially you would think because people were worried that if she was in the game, she would be like a simple echo of Diddy. But if she's initially left behind, that could let her be a super cool DLC fighter later on down the road, possibly to coincide with the launch of another DKC game with her in a primary role, kind of like Tropical Freeze, but like DKC 3 for the Switch or whatever. Or the addition of the original DKC 2 and 3 to the Switch Online game library. So like later on, whenever that happens, they could release her as a DLC fighter with unique moves and stuff. I've made videos talking about it in the past, like she could have Kitty Kong, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, Dixie coming to Smash is something I want a lot, but Banjo being brought back to life seems almost more important. And as long as like Dixie Kong isn't permanently forgotten and like not never added to the roster, and she's added later down the road, I think this is like a perfect situation for me and for some fans to have Banjo be added and then Dixie not be an Echo. Like I think that works out for everyone, assuming that he's in and then that she will be DLC. Like we'll have to figure that out later, but it's just kind of cool. Anyway, I'm not sure if Spirits mode is a story mode or not. Like it probably is because we just don't know yet, and I'm not gonna like fully assume anything until it's like real. But it'd be absolutely awesome if there was a cutscene involving Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Banjo Kazooie teaming up. Just think about that. That's all, folks.